Hey, Scholar, the Cruise Genius.com, coming to you from very cold Jacksonville, Florida. Let's talk about the major differences between river cruises and ocean-going cruises. River cruises like on the waterways, and ocean cruises like Holland America, Royal Caribbean, NCL, so forth. And excuse me as I glance over here to my screen because there's a lot of things I want to cover. Number one, the size of the ships. River cruises are smaller ships, usually like 100 to 200 passengers, where ocean-going cruise ships, I mean, you got Icon with 6,000 people. You have Oasis class ships. You have, Carnival Elation here in Jacksonville, Florida, 2,500 passengers or so. But river cruises, their ships are smaller, so it's more intimate, if you will. On an ocean-going cruise, you could have a family going and being like on different decks, and you may never see your family members the whole cruise. But in river cruises, like on the waterways, like 140, 150, 160 passengers, you're all going to see each other. You may go on excursions together. You'll be at the cocktail party together. It's more intimate, if you will. So again, those ocean ships, larger, they're bigger, they're more crowded, and again, you need to know the differences. Next, the destinations and itineraries. River cruises focus on inland destinations, often stopping in small towns, hamlets, villages, the Danube, the Rhine, the Nile. And so it's the shorter distances between the stops, probably like going from Jacksonville to St. Augustine, like that, instead of going all the way from Miami down to Cozumel or from Miami to St. Martin, shorter distances. So you're not going to be, you're not going to have a lot of sea days is what I'm trying to say. And also, while I'm thinking about it, if you're on a river cruise, you're not going to be hitting 30 and 40 foot seas like you're going to hit maybe on the Drake Shake going down there to, going down that way. And I'll think of the name of that, what I'm thinking about in a minute. But anyway, like I said, ocean cruises, large distances, like on this recent Celebrity Equinox cruise, the wife and I left from Port Canaveral and went all the way down to St. Kitts. I mean, several thousand miles round trip. So we had like 2 sea days coming back. So if you don't mind sea days, that's great. But with river cruises, shorter distances. And of course, with the Caribbean, you got Mexico, you got these different areas that you're going to be going. Onboard amenities. Now, river cruises have some amenities, intimate dining, lounges, cultural enrichment, but the big swimming pools. Now, on the waterways, they do have a swimming pool on there, but like Viking and these other ones, they don't have a swimming pool. But on these ocean-going cruises like Icon, people jumping in the water and ice skating rink and bumper cars and roller coasters. I mean, so again, it's night and day. I don't know of any river cruises that have casinos. So if you're a casino player, you're playing slots and throwing sevens, that's going to be an ocean-going cruise. A lot of entertainment, a lot of activities, like MSC, right? MSC, good or bad, whatever you want to say about the reviews, a lot of entertainment, right? And so I can tell you when we took our grandkids on a MSC cruise, they have a Pirates Cove, which is a splash pad, which they didn't have the word splash pad when I was a kid growing up. But they have a splash pad there on the MSC seashore. The experience and the atmosphere. River cruises are more relaxed and intimate, with an emphasis on cultural immersion and sightseeing. So, you're spending a lot of time off the ship. You're looking at the church, you're looking at the steeple, you're looking at the museum, you're looking at the this, that, you're looking, you're touching, you're seeing, you're drinking the wine, you're eating the cheese, you're immersing yourself in the culture. And let me just tell you something, that's what my wife loves. We went to St. Kitts, and we went to Bimini, and my wife said, we're not going to the beach, we're not staying on the ship, we're going to immerse ourselves in the culture. So reached out to Shore Excursions Group on our recent trip here to St. Kitts, and they hooked us up with Annie's Tours. And we were immersed in the culture of St. Kitts. We saw lots of different things, and my wife loved it. And so again, when you're married, my wife and I've been married 41 years, you got to kind of give and take. And I give and she takes. And so she wanted to do that. We had a great time. Now, ocean cruises can be livelier and more resort-like. Now, I know what you're saying. Hey, Scott, hey, what? MSC Yacht Club. Oh, yeah, the MSC Yacht Club. Now, you're going to pay a few more pennies, just like the Haven or like the Retreat on other cruise lines. And again, the accountants, kind of made this up. Hey, let's give them an elevated experience and charge them more money. And we'll give them some this, we'll give them some that. But I will say, like Virgin Voyages, adults only, resort, country club. And I say it almost in all my videos. Thank you, Sir Richard Branson, for Virgin Voyages. And I saw Sir Richard on a video the other day. Just, first of all, an unbelievably kind person. You can just tell he's kind. He's real big about culture. He's real big about inclusion. So Sir Richard Branson, thank you for Virgin Voyages, and thank you to your amazing team. But again, ocean cruises, more lively, more. And again, you got to think of the demographics, right? You got like my grandsons, right? They're 7 and 5. And so they went to the kids club and they went to the splash pad. They had a lot of fun. But on river cruises, again, it's more sedate, it's more relaxed, more cerebral. You may go down there to the lounge and, some expert, some knowledge expert is going to talk to you about the this, the this, the that, the this. And so, again, that's what that is. The scenery. River cruises, constant change of landscapes. The towns, the landmarks, the picturesque, the pictures, the Instagram, if TikTok is still going to be around, TikTok. And so if you're that kind of person, there's a lot of people that are that way. They want to immerse themselves in the culture. Oh, the steeple. Oh, the church. Oh, the museum. Oh, the wine. Oh, the cheese. River cruises is for you. Ocean viewing cruise, a vast ocean views for extended periods of time. Scott, why are you laughing? I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I've been at sea for extended periods of time. We had a 6-month med cruise, Italy, Spain, France, all over the world. And so, I know about extended sea times. And I have lots of friends, like my friend Doug Parker, Cruise Radio, transatlantic. You're spending several days at sea, and it can be calm and it can be bumpy. Port stops. River cruises, frequent stops, sometimes daily, with easy access. Now, you see the AMA Magna over my shoulder there, AMA Waterways. They actually provide bikes, so you get off the ship and you pedal around these little towns and villages and hamlets, and you look and you see. But now with ocean cruises, fewer stops, with ports often located farther from city centers and requiring additional transportation. Well, I can tell you let me tell you with Cozumel and Cancun. Well, Cozumel, let's just stick with that. You're right there. But like with Bimini, which is small, you're very close to everything. But, when you go to a cruise port, like a major cruise port, let's say St. Thomas, right? Okay, when you get off the ship, like Holland America's on one side, and Carnival's on the other side, it may take a little while to get where you want to go, but it's not that far. But I will tell you, like with St. Thomas, like on Holland America Line, we've been there several times. You're taking that bus all the way up the mountain, going over to Magens Bay. There's lots to do. But again, it depends on what kind of a person you are, right? I'm more of a beach, relaxed kind of a person. That's kind of my nature, right? I just want to chill out. But I am learning now about these cultural things, right? And I'm getting more interested in that because, like I said, I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I've been to Italy, Spain, France. I went through the catacombs. I went to St. Peter's Basilica, and that's when I was younger, right? And now I'm 63, and my wife really likes this kind of stuff. So I think a river cruise is going to be very exciting, very culturally enriching. And I know that a lot of people want to go on river cruises, so I'm really starting to delve into that. And especially doing this with groups, like military groups. As you know, I'm working with the Non-Commissioned Officers Association and getting a military group together to see those sites from maybe, World War II, those kind of things. So I think it's going to be kind of cool. Weather and water conditions. I touched on this. River cruises, generally calmer waters with minimal motion. So if you're prone to seasickness, you'll be okay on a river cruise. And ocean cruise, open seas can result in rougher conditions. And of all the cruises my wife and I have been on, and we've been probably 100 days on Holland America, 80 days on Carnival, and other cruise lines, we've only been in rough seas maybe once or twice, basically Southern Caribbean, like Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, Martinique, St. Bart's. A little rougher, but it's been okay. Duration and cost. River cruises, 7 to 14 days, may be more expensive per day due to the smaller scale and more exclusive experiences. But there's a caveat there too, because now with Icon and all these other cruise ships and more cruise ships coming online, the cruise lines are raising the prices. Ocean cruises can range from short, 3 to 7 days, to longer cruises. And there's lots of stuff on that. Now, the thing is, we're talking about these shorter cruises, right? MSC, Carnival, even Celebrity, they're having these 4 and 5 day cruises so you can get away for the weekend, which is great, you know, if you just want to get away. Demographics. River cruises tend to attract an older crowd, those seeking cultural and historical experiences, while ocean cruises appeal to a broader range of ages, families, couples, adventure seekers, you know, lots of there. So again, it really depends on what you want, and you kind of got to look in yourself and talk to your spouse or friends or whatever. It's kind of like when you're getting married, right? When you're dating, how many kids, who's going to balance a checkbook, who's going to work, who's going to do the dishes, who's going to balance, you know, who's going to do all these things. You got to ask the questions. And that's why, you know, travel agents are important, because the cruise lines pay the travel agents, okay? The traveler isn't paying a travel agent an extra amount of money. But what I will say is, please don't call a travel agent. Don't, you know, get their 30 or 20 years of experience and then run to Costco and get a $50 gift card, because that person at the Costco, that guy or gal has never been to Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, Martinique, St. Bart's, St. Kitts, Bimini. You know, talk to a travel agent who's actually been to those places and can give you those hidden gems that everyone is looking for on the 1,000 Facebook groups. But again, AMA Waterways, I'm learning a lot about them, very excited, and I think it's going to be a great experience. More details to come. But again, you know, I've pretty much sailed on, you know, Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, Holland America, you know, those cruise lines, and Carnival. And I think river cruising is a very interesting opportunity for people to learn more. Like my friends Dwight and Connie, they've sailed on river cruises and they enjoyed, like, Russia. You know, they went, you know, for several days and saw some really cool things. Their pictures were absolutely incredible. And of course, like I said, being a Navy veteran, I've been Italy, Spain, France, Spain, been over there, but didn't have a lot of time to look at the scenery and all that. I had a little bit of time, but I think it's going to be cool to check it out. Email me, slara1961@gmail.com, for more information to book your river or ocean cruise. Be sure to check out GigSky for your data plan if you're going on a cruise or you're traveling overseas. And if you're a veteran or active duty military, I urge you to join the Non-Commissioned Officers Association, the NCOA. They represent enlisted personnel, and especially with all the changes going on now with the new administration, enlisted members of the military need to redouble their efforts to have their voices heard. Scott Lara, thecruisegenius.com. Like and subscribe.